Today on Edu Chat, we're talking about third grade retention law again.
And the goal of being an educator is to empower students.
We don't want to see any of our students fail.
Also, should children be taught about money in school? In the classrooms, we need to be learning how to pay taxes or how to, like you said, write our name in cursive. It's time for Random Fandom from our expert.
We need to hear some unexpected, some inquisitive, some bizarre, some entertaining, some head-scratching fan mail. Am I right? Random Fandom.
The Educators with Damian Anderson, Bry'Neir Seymour, and me, Prince TJ. The Educators start now.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Educators. Hey, everybody, we're halfway through the week, so let's continue to keep pushing through. Yes. How's my wonderful co-host today?
Amazing. Doing terrific.
That's that. Hey. That's good. All right. Also, today is National School Nurse Day, so let's take a moment to give them a clapping praise for what they do for our students, y'all. Come on. Clap it up.
Thank you, school nurses. Yes,
they do so much to keep us healthy at the school. Yes. The ice packs and the snaps in the nurse's office, that all helps. That all is good. All right. And look out for us. Okay, that's that. I like that. All right. It's time for my favorite part of the day. It's time for Edu Chat. You guys ready? Y'all ready? I know you're ready.
Let's do it.
All right. First up, educators and parents push through legislative fix to damaging third grades retention law. Several bills have already been filed to change or repeal the law, and aka Tennessee Education Association, is working to return decision-making on retention to where it belongs, with the professionals working directly with the students. All right, so the law requires third graders who score below state cut scores on the TCAP ELA to be held back. All right, yeah, guys, that's okay. Unless the students attend summer school and pass an additional assessment, or the parents appeal the state bureaucracy. The law overrules the professional judgment of teachers and building leaders who work with these students every day, said President Tanya Coates. All right, we had talked about this before. So, Bry'Neir, do you think that educators and parents should be pushing for a legislative fix to the damaging of the third grade retention law?
When you think about it, yeah, because you're putting a narrative on the students, you're scaring the students into passing. You know what I mean? And the goal of being an educator is to empower students and embrace them to pass. Yes, but I also feel like the state is doing a justice to where they're trying to push students on level and to keep the students going forward. Because normally, sometimes when you look at how you're looking at the record of how many students and stuff are not adjusting or not keeping up to the level, then I kind of feel that it is important for you to implement a way for them to be, in a space to where it's gonna have them pass. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So students and parents and educators and everything, yes, they should be pushing for a legislative fix because it's important to empower students to really pass and really get this thing going. But I also feel like the retention law is an issue, but you're really trying to push the passing on the students. You don't want to scare them and make them feel like this is going to be a thing to it. You know what I mean?
Of course. And it's we had talked about this onto the show earlier this year, and we share our thoughts onto this, and finally what Tennessee was doing this, and I was just it's okay because I have the article right here, and I just want to point out that it's happening in other states as well, including Mississippi and Alabama. Now, also on these tests, uh, okay, so the first standardized test children's take, it is about 80 minutes long, you guys. It's 80 minutes long, and it is far different than any education experience students have had. So my takeaway from this is, because we don't want our students, we of course we don't want to see any of our students fail. We don't want them to be pushed back. And I feel that why would you hold a student back if they don't score a certain type of number that you want? I don't understand that. And I don't really get that of because we're talking about third graders again. Third graders.
Yeah.
It's wrong in my book. It's wrong in my book.
I feel like the standardized testing should be pushed back because not every student is prepared to take the standardized tests. That's number one.
Right.
Preparation is a main thing for this. And I believe that a lot of schools and students are not preparing themselves for this test, which will give you the number of failures and failed scores that would mean a more larger number in rejecting and retaining the students. So my question for the state is this: if the number continues to skyrocket of students retained, then what can you do to implement to prevent that other than putting this retention law? Because not every student is accustomed to taking a school state test.
Agreed. Well, and it's sorry TJ, but I was going to say it's an issue, especially in public schools, with these standardized testing. It's a big issue. We talk about this onto the show. I think that we should get rid of it, of standardized testing, because for me, now probably some educators are going to come at me for this, probably, but I think I think it's a waste. I'm sorry. I think it's because it truly doesn't help. For me, Damian Anderson here. When I was back in school, yes, I understand, we was trying, to see, improvement of what we have been taught and stuff. But I feel like every year when we take those, it's like the same thing each year. For me, it was the same stuff of taking every year. Did it quite help? To me, it quite didn't. It really didn't. So I don't believe in standardized testing. I don't, especially in our public schools. I don't believe in it.
What about you, Dom?
Y'all can't keep my mouth shut no more. Y'all hate to be the backbreaker again.
The denominator is one. TJ's our denominator.
But look though, the retention law, I think the law is needed in the education system. I think that the students. Okay, so you're saying that I think one of you guys listening that the students are not prepared or not ready, to take that, state law testing.
Yes.
Well, I think leading up for the whole year from August to April, that is enough preparation for standardized tests. Now, if the students want to take it as a joke, if they want to play all school year, then that's them. That has nothing to do with everyone else who's willing to pay attention to class and learn about stuff, about education stuff. But I do think that it is necessary for if our students don't reach that score that they need to go to the next grade, I think that they should just be held back then. Because
but if you think they want to be held back, what resources can you make them do in order to still be on the right track? Because you're still because if you're going to that motion, you're going to have a lot of students be falling back beyond. Like, you're gonna find yourself in the next 10 years or so seeing a student that is 18 years old that is just now getting to the 12th grade. No, excuse me, a 19-year-old just now getting to the 12th grade. Like, I understand that retaining is a motive that people do. I get that. But what resources are you trying to do in order to keep that child on the right path? Because it's not for embarrassment on them, but it's pretty much embarrassment on how the school prepared that student.
Well, no. Well, it's not embarrassing if you pay attention. Well, it's not embarrassing if you pay attention in class.
But some students don't comprehend every single thing.
Exactly. And some students are not well with these testings, with these standardized tests.
Because to be honest with you, some students that are test takers, they're smart, but they may not be in a positive test taking environment. They may look around, tap the pencil, not focus on one little thing.
Yeah.
Or be noticeable that they're the only one taking long while the rest of their classmates are still, Well,
you guys, that is how it's going to be. I don't think no student wants to sit in a classroom for 2 to 4 hours.
Nobody wants to.
No, nobody doesn't want to.
But exactly, so you're not going to be focused on the test all the time. And also, when you mentioned that students they don't know necessarily, they don't know everything on the test. That's normal. They do that just to see what you know. You don't necessarily.
At the same time, you're penalized for something that you tried and that you didn't get. So how does that benefit the teacher if they're being penalized for information that the teacher never properly gave them? So you're telling them that they can be penalized for stuff that they did not learn from their teacher, that they had from August to April to learn? So you're telling them from that time period, when that information that the teacher was supposed to give them during that time, that shows up on the test, that the student does not actually get. So you tell them it's normal for students to get that when the teacher didn't provide an information to them? Is that normal? You just said it. Is that normal? You just said it. Is that normal?
That sometimes is normal. That
sometimes is normal.
That sometimes is normal.
Let me ask you this. How can you push that normal narrative out and still make way to prepare that student? That's what I'm telling you.
If a teacher is not properly teaching their students, if the teacher is not properly teaching their students, then I think that the students need to go to some staff members that work at the school, or the parents.
You're basically
and the parents need to go to the school board to talk about, them not necessarily getting all the information that they need in the classroom.
But it's not.
So my question is this: you're trying to do more work on stuff that shouldn't have already been done. Is what you're trying to do.
The point is, retention law is needed, and that's the retention law is needed. Like, the test is literally to get the knowledge or to for the.
But can I ask you this though? Can I ask you this though?
Just let me finish. The test is for to see what the students know. Okay. Now, if they don't necessarily get to the score that they are required to pass, then go back and try again.
I understand that they need to know where students are as far as like that information. I get that, but at the same time, though, my question is this: why is it necessary to go year by year? Are you trying to measure the data wise of how students is? I felt like at one point in time, they used our standardized test scores to place us in different classes. That's what I thought they were doing. That's what I thought they were doing, because I had a real high score. They placed me in a high honors class one year just due to that standardized test score. So I'm sitting here asking, is that being necessary, or they're just measuring how much school success there is?
Some states do it differently.
But I know here, they use scores to place students in classes from highest to lowest. I think that's what they started doing with grouping. Why is the data necessary? What are you using the data for? Because some people can go against that data and do other stuff with it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
sometimes
I think that
question.
I think some states look at it as, all right, so this student, if the student has not reached the certain score that they were required to reach, I think the school board sits there and be like, okay, they haven't reached the amount that was required. So I think that they need more information. They need more knowledge. They need to obviously go back and redo the grade. This is not funny. Like, they need to go back and redo the grade. Because I know for Florida, I think the state looked at it as, okay, you reached the required amount, you're gonna go to the next grade. You didn't reach the required amount, so I think it's fair for you to go back and get the knowledge that you need.
But certain states only go by the grades now. They don't really pay attention to that. I know my school don't pay attention to that. Damian, what's going on? I see you doing head nod.
This is bull. This is just, I just don't understand. I just feel so sorry for our students today. It's just, why are we doing this to them? For what reason?
I'm a senior. EOCs are part of standardized testing as well. I don't even know my EOC score after the test, and I still made it.
I got a question for you guys. So you're saying that you think retention law doesn't need to be here?
No, I don't understand the point of it.
Okay, so here's the question then. When they're just passing students to go to the next grade. Pass. It doesn't even matter anymore. So you're saying that student needs to go to the different grade, not knowing the knowledge that they needed, going to the next grade without getting all the knowledge that they need from the last grade. And then when they get to the 12th grade, they don't know any knowledge that they need from the previous grades. Do you see?
So you're saying, so the question you're saying is, they need standardized testing in order to still enlighten their knowledge grade by grade? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
No.
So you're saying they need standardized testing grade by grade, and with all the information they're seeking from the test, you think that's going to help them grade by grade?
If you're just passing the kids, there are some kids who has not gathered all the. How is this funny?
He's slapping at me.
I'm just sitting here like, okay.
If they're just past everybody goes to the next grade. Everybody has not gathered all the knowledge that they need.
That's understandable, right?
Mm-hmm. So why would they just pass everybody, go on, and then
I get
the 12th grade, and then they don't have all the knowledge that they from the previous grade. They just
you're right, because there's students in 12th grade and don't know nothing. Only thing they know is smoke, weed, drink, that's what they know. They don't know nothing.
And yep.
I understand that. But my thing is this though, like, I don't understand. How is taking the test year by year, how is that all going to help you in the long run? Because
it's not. It
stops at grade 8.
They're seeing the knowledge that you have learned through the whole school year.
So you're learning all this information just to pass the test, is what you're saying.
The standardized test is just all the information that you've learned throughout the whole school year.
Not everything, because on most of these, there are some things that are not on there, and a lot of things that the students have not learned throughout the entire year of what the teacher did not teach them, of what the state wants the teacher or the students to say.
At that point, they're just testing you just to see what you know.
I don't like that.
So if they're testing you to see what you know, then what's the benefit of the data? That's what I'm telling you. What can you do with the data? Because obviously the only thing you can do with the data is just place students in classes.
Right.
No, I disagree.
Yes.
is
Like
great.
what are they gonna put? What are they gonna put? Little Johnny's 3rd grade scores, Little Johnny's 4th grade scores, Little Johnny's 5th grade scores. He went low 4th grade. He went a little low 5th grade. So what? So we just looking. You just looking at results. You're just looking at. You're just analyzing results.
Oh God, this is like literally so distracting.
What, TJ?
It's the state looking at the test score. In August, you come to school, you learn throughout the whole school.
I get
August through April. August through April.
Yes.
Let me finish. August through April. Then, when it's time for April, you take that last year. You take the test from everything that you've learned. August through April, you learn. You take that test. They see what you have learned. If you have not learned enough, as they think, if you have, in their thoughts, if you have not learned enough, then I guess that's what they held you back, and so you can get the knowledge that you need. Because some kids, hold on. Some kids, they just play in class. They just go to the school just to play.
Well, yeah.
But my thing is this: if you're holding people back, just send them to summer school.
Yes.
What are they going to do for 2 months?
Yes, summer school.
They're not going to learn that much in 2 months.
Because
So
wait
a minute,
you guys. Wait a minute, you guys.
What's
Wait a minute, because
learning it over and over again? Like, what's the purpose of learning it over and over again? You're not going to use it. You're not going to use stuff you learn in 3rd grade in 7th grade. Not everything you learn in 3rd grade to 7th grade. So what's the point of going back over a whole year of something that is redundant to you?
I get that. I understand. I get that. And I agree with you, Bry'Neir, that there should be, summer school in place for this, because
That's
I
what I
almost
like. Because if you just leave, because if you're just sending a kid over and over again as a punishment for not doing well the first time, then what makes you think they're gonna do well the second time?
Wait, hold on. Who sees it as a punishment?
The students.
At that point, if they are holding you back to go back, all right, that's just like a teacher giving you your test back, saying, "Here, go redo the question." That's just like that.
But at this point, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. Ain't no way if I go through one hard year, I gotta go back to another hard year. No, that's feel like punishment to me, because I should have got it right the first time.
That is punishment. That is punishment. And to finish,
I see it as a second chance.
True, but still, not all kids need to do that over again.
No, if you're doing it repetitively, it's not going to help.
If you do it repetitively, kids are going to realize, hey, I'm just a 3rd grade failure. If I can't get it right the first time, I'm gonna have to keep going. If I can't get those times right, then what else? What do you want from me? My friends are in middle school. I'm still here. What can you do for me? What can you do for me to get me there? That's all the kids want to know. What can you do for me? Let me move here to there. If you're gonna keep pushing me here, then how can I move here to there?
If you at that point get retained, then I feel like you should have more help in the classroom.
Because you don't understand. Some teachers may just use that as saying you should have got it right the first time. Now you're back with me. And then what support can teachers give students that are still there, that are not gaining anything, that are doing the same results from the same year?
If I feel like a teacher would say that, then they don't need to be a teacher.
And most teachers say that.
Well, they don't need to be teachers, because then at that point, they're not there just to help the students. They're there
exactly.
So
my point is this. So you just want to sit them and have them get punished for something hard? If something is that hard and they ask for support and the proper support is not given, then why are you retaining them for more support that is not going to be given? That's why summer school is a total option to gain that support.
I agree with you, Bry'Neir.
Holding a whole nother year.
Bry'Neir, I agree with you. And
the whole another year is going to waste a lot of time.
Absolutely. And I know
I'm going to stop, because I know we're wasting a lot of time.
Yes, the point I was trying to make, and I know we're running out of time, is that I agree with the summer school options. I really do. Because there was a time that I almost fail a grade that I had to repeat. And they had placed me in summer school. And that truly helped me out. That did. I regained all the knowledge that I was supposed to learn. And I accomplished it. And I went on, I continue on, into the next grade with my fellow peers. So summer school does help. It does help of learning the knowledge all over again. It does, instead of holding them back a year.
Wait a minute,
that's all I'm saying.
Because because I had a family member once get retained, and I believe before you even get retained, they offer you summer school before they show you.
Yeah.
If you fail summer school, then you're behind your thing. No question.
And if they reject on summer school, if they don't pay attention in summer school, if they think summer school is a joke, then absolutely retain them. And that's the end of that. They retention law stay intact.
Alrighty, whatever. But we had to take a break, you guys. But there's more Ed Chat coming right up after this, so don't go anywhere. You're watching The Educators. We'll be right back. Love watching The Educators? You could be a part of our conversation too. The Educators is active on social media. Like us on Facebook and be a part of our conversation by telling us what you think. Follow us on Instagram for behind-the-scenes content of our show, and follow us on Twitter to stay up to date with what's happening on our show and the world. You keep the conversation going, so get social with your friends now. Like, comment, and connect with us on The Educators.
Alright, everyone, welcome back to The Educators, and let's get back into some Ed Chat. All right, so here we go. Now, when schools start teaching kids about financial literacy, they tend to help kids develop long life money management skills, right?
Yeah.
And families pretty much benefit from that, right?
Yes.
As of 2021, Prince George County schools in suburban Maryland and DC are mandating that high school students complete a one-semester financial literacy class in order to graduate, joining a list of 15 states with this as a requirement. As the teacher points out, if you look at today's economy, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what we need to train and teach our young adults about finances. More than half of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and we are in debt $14 trillion collectively on talking about it in 1 to 3 households that don't even have a written budget, and less than 14% have saved for an emergency. So, gentlemen, is it important that we teach our students about money and how to be smart with that in today's world?
Absolutely.
100%.
I think that. Go ahead,
TJ. Oh no, I was about to say, it needs to be taught into our schools today, especially because technically, you could start in middle school, start up there. Because I remember during my high school, I believe my freshman year, I took a personal finance class, and that really helped me. That really did, and that quite gave me the starting of taking care, what I need to do with my money, this and that, know how to do a checking account, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
You start off from the basics, and we need to learn, our students need to seriously learn that into our schools, because They have no idea how to, do all of that. They seriously do not how to write their name in cursive, how to, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. So our students need to be taught money in schools. You can't shy away from it.
I can agree because I think there's like plenty of ways to teach your students how to save money. Even when you're at home, school, whatever the case may be, there's many ways you can buy, or talking at home, you can buy your child piggy bank, little piggy banks, to their money. You can open up a savings account for your child, for them to save their money. And so I think that, like you said, Damian, the students nowadays in math, now we're learning about XY plus 2 equals MX plus B. Really?
Y equals MX plus B.
Right.
Yeah, but I was trying to anyway. So then what I was about to say, Brian, you just messed me up here. I think that back to that. Wait. Y equals MX.
Oh
Y
gosh.
equals MX plus B.
Y equals MX plus B.
Exactly. Instead of learning that, I think that in the classrooms we need to be learning how to pay taxes, or how to, like you said, write a name in cursive. I still don't know how to write in cursive.
Really?
So there's like, I said that on live TV. Okay.
Wait a minute. You do not know how to write your name in cursive.
I don't know how to write in cursive. Believe it, I can read cursive, but I can't write in cursive.
That's the issue.
I'm going to teach you.
Bry'Neir, have you been?
Yes.
Have you been taught in school?
Checks.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good.
Florida, what y'all got going on, Florida? But yeah, I don't know how to write in cursive. I know how to read cursive very good.
Oh well, you need to, buddy. You need to.
I learned how to write in cursive in 3rd or 4th grade.
Yep. Third grade. That's where it began. 3rd grade.
My teacher taught me how to write my name in 2nd grade, and I don't remember it. Yeah, I don't remember it. Why? Shush. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. Hold on. Boom, boom. Freaking ink. All right, here we go. Hold on. Shush. Okay. Boom. I messed up. Oh well.
We gotta teach you.
Oh Lord, that's bad. They're gonna make fun of me on that one. Okay.
Was you taught in school, TJ, about cursive?
Booyah! Oh, where is it?
You need practicing. You need practicing.
That's how you're right. Y'all don't even know how to spell my name.
You need practicing.
That's how you spell my name in cursive, y'all. Congratulations, Prince TJ, for learning cursive. I still don't know cursive. I think practicing. That. Are y'all writing y'all name in cursive?
Oh yeah.
Y'all do that. I'm gonna keep talking. So yeah, I think that's what y'all need to learn. That's what the teachers and the school system needs to teach in the schools, besides MX plus B. Why MX plus X?
All right, teacher.
Let's see. Brian, you got your name ready?
I'm about to write it right now.
Oh, you over there looking at the paper? So I think that, so save a piggy bank, open up a savings account, and teach your child how to start saving their money, because there's a lot. Okay, let's see this. So, say something on this TV. What is that?
People believe sometimes they be
Okay, Damian.
Okay, I have mine. I don't know. Oh gosh, my glare. Hold on.
Up close.
Wait. Okay, there we go.
Wait, put it up more. Okay, let's all put it up there. Let's all put it up. Oh.
Now, Ed Fam, you let us know which one of ours is the best. Comment below.
Oh, that's a good one, Damian.
Let us know.
Yeah, hold on. I think I can do one better than Damian. Hold on.
Wait, Damian, put your back up there. Hold on, that look good. Hold on. Put that back up there.
Wait a minute. Hold on. There we go.
in the world? Oh my,
Yeah,
that looks good.
Yeah, I've been doing this since
We already
third
know who
grade.
won. Right, actually, hold on, that looks good.
You're not about to outplay me, Bry'Neir.
Then
I
just
know.
look at mine. Mine's not. It's just
Because I gotta start signing autographs. I learned how to do, and then when you get older, I just started learning. I just started doing it on my own and really trying to learn because I gotta start signing autographs.
Oh my! I should have put Prince TJ. I just put my real name out there. Oh Lord, here we go.
Did. Yes,
Oh,
dummy.
you sure did. Oh, you sure did.
Y'all hush up. Y'all don't even know my real name. All right, we just got off topic like that. All right,
I know we did.
Welcome to the educators, everybody.
Okay, Bry'Neir. Okay.
I like that.
All righty.
But anyways, though, I do agree that money is needed to be taught in classes because, let's be real, kids now are starting to not be safe with their money. They're starting to get money to other places, unlawful owners. Like, they're not learning about money the right way. And it's important for financial ed and financial literacy to be taught because it's important to learn about different credit scores and taxes. Because a lot of kids be thinking, hey, I don't know this. And teachers are so happy that they're able to teach that because they made the same mistakes when they were their age. Mm-hmm. So it's very important that financial literacy is taught in classrooms.
Yeah.
And if you can, get your kids started early at the bank. You don't have to sit in class. You can get stuff early in the bank. Savings account.
Yes.
Savings account. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Savings bond.
Yeah. Yes, started from there. Seriously. All right. Okay. So I want to ask you guys this. Have you heard of Reddit.com? I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard of that, right?
I ain't heard about Reddit.com.
Well,
on the rock.
Well, to everyone out there who doesn't know what Reddit.com is, it is where they pose a question on the site every single day. And there was a question that really pointed out to me. It really did. And I wanted to ask you fellas this, okay? So the question was, what innocent question that someone asked you crush you a little bit? Now, an example of it is, okay, I'm gonna give a sample of myself. Okay, so this bars me so much to this day because, as you guys know, I have been in college since 2020. We are now in the year, 2023. I've been in community college since 2020. And every time people, they always ask me all the time, Damian, are you still in college? Or you do this? It's stop asking that. I'm sick and tired of people saying that to me. Yes, I'm still at community college. I'm taking it very slowly. I'm not rushing.
Okay, wait, Damian.
Huh?
Are you still in college?
What about you guys? What innocent question bothers you the most?
You know what I get?
Oh my gosh.
I get, are you from Africa?
Dang.
You know.
Why you smirking, Damian?
5 million times that I'm from Florida. Florida. FL. The South. Not Africa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off, TJ, but I have to say this. You gotta move from Florida. I'm sorry, my friend.
You already moved from Florida.
You gotta go.
You already moved.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You already moved.
Where am I? Never mind.
Where you been?
Never mind. Where's my brain at today? Where am I at?
Where you been? I moved last year.
My bad. I don't know. Continue on of whatever you were saying, TJ. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know if I'm being able to now. I'm laughing over here. He said you got to move from Florida.
He already moved.
I'm sorry.
Ryan's reaction was hilarious, but yeah, I get. Are you from Africa? Even though I do want to visit Africa, it seems like a fun place to visit. Yeah, I do want to visit Africa. Yeah, but I'm not from Africa. I'm not from Africa. Even though I'm black, I'm not from Africa. I'm Florida. Yeah. What about you, Bry? What you get?
People be like, Bry. Every time, because y'all know me, I like listening to hip hop music, right? Mm-hmm. I like listening to rap and hip hop. Yes. So every night before I go live on my show, I'm vibing, hipping and hip hop. TJ getting my show written. I'm in the dressing room getting suited, and in the studio, it's just blunt hip hop, like uncensored, all that, right? Tell me why people be asking me, Bry, you really about that? I thought you listened to gospel. What?
Lord have mercy.
I'm
We
like,
go
I'm like,
again with
I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, they come to
Like,
me.
I
I'm
listen
in
to
gospel.
gospel too, but I'm like, bro, that's all
Take
you
me
think
to
I
birth.
listen to.
Take
like,
me to the king.
And then they'd be like this. They'd be like, Bry. They'd be like, Bry, what you know about that? What you know about that, Bry? What you know about that? So I'm like, what you know about that? Oh, what do you know about that? I mean, because I probably don't listen to like a whole bunch of hardcore rappers up to date.
Yeah.
Just the rappers that just be rapping for 1 minute. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus, I'm like, it's common sense. Everybody listen, and sometimes they be thinking I'm not black. Like they just think I'm more. They just think I watch Jeopardy every day. You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm a smart kid. Like I'm really smart. Like y'all know what I'm doing. Like when we were going over scripts and stuff, I'm using my grammar mind. I'm trying to change up words and stuff.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And it'd be irritating them because I'd be like, hey, change this, change it. It'd be irritating, but at the same time though, they're making me like test like how I am. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I don't like.
Oh gosh. Well, I don't know. Should I say this on this show here?
I already embarrassed myself. They did test my black card. So
because I don't want to embarrass myself. Well,
they
actually,
come on.
Oh gosh. Okay.
You already started now.
Because they know this, Bry'Neir and TJ.
Uh-oh.
You guys don't.
50-22.
So
50-22.
Oh gosh.
50-22.
Okay, so you guys. Okay, you guys can tell that. Okay, I am black. I am.
Oh, fried chicken.
I own my blackness. Okay.
Yeah,
I really do.
Damian is black in his own way.
Yes, because we oh gosh, they really want, oh my gosh, there was this one day of where they really grilled me of asking me all of these questions, with these movies, the foods, music, all of this about my black card. And I'm like, you guys.
Black card and a half. Black card and a half.
Just half.
It's they have learned so much about me that really shocked them. They was like,
you haven't watched Friday. You don't like fried chicken?
Nope, certainly do not.
Just a lot of things, but
you don't like a lot of stuff.
A lot.
A lot of stuff. I don't know how y'all dealt with Damian for the past eight seasons, but
all right, moving on. I came across this tweet on Twitter that said, learn the difference between your intuition guiding you and your trauma misleading you. All right. Now, while some say that your intuition is real, others say that you may just be in your own head. So, Bry and Damian, I should never say it again. When it comes to like your gut telling you something, or if it's a past trauma that actually just maybe fearing you into something, how do you differentiate with that?
Differentiate.
For me, at the end of the day, you gotta trust your guts. Okay, you gotta whatever, because it's if something, feels, if you feel something inside of you that's not right, that is uncertain, believe it and go with your heart. Okay, people? Because that will help out in the long run, especially if you are in it really like in a bad relationship that you have been, if you feel that something's not right, please get out of it as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Go with your gut, because
go with your gut,
even though, let's be real here. Even though we always say go with your gut, in reality, we never be going with our gut.
Right.
There's always that second voice in our head that's just like, don't do that. Oh, something's bad out there. There's always that, second voice. So I just don't understand. Like, literally, how do we go with that gut? How do we really truly know?
You're right.
Some people can sense it. Like, they can literally sense it from miles away. They can really can. And you just, because each and every one of us, we know that when something is not right and when something is wrong, we can feel it inside. We can feel it. True. And we know that other people, and we know we have a voice inside of our head that's saying something otherwise, but we know deep down that, we're not supposed to be doing this or whatever the situation may be. We just know as human beings, we just know.
That is very true, actually. Yeah.
That's for real, because what took me a minute to think about it was because I thought about a time I actually did that. Y'all gonna hear about the real bride, but there be some times where relationship wise, I sometimes be listening to my gut and my gut be pushing me the wrong stand. But it's sometimes also think about the past trauma, the past stuff that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you look at the experiences that went down back before you end up taking this step with going with your gut, you sometimes just think about that trauma and be like, should I really do this? Is it really there? You know what I mean? Is my gut really taking me to the right spot? Are you really going to trust your gut? And how can you trust it? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I asked that question. Because I'm like, because I'm like, at the same time, you brought up with your gut, with your trauma misleading you. That's very true, because trauma does do something to you. It does a lot to you. So it's very important to just trust what's best. That's all I'm saying. Trust what's best.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Great.
It'd be something good. It'd be something bad.
We're going to take a quick break, y'all, but we got more of the educators coming your way.
Welcome back to The Educators, everyone. So why don't we dig into some fan mail, shall we? But not only any old fan mail, you guys, because I'm talking about we need to hear some unexpected, some inquisitive, some bizarre, some entertaining, some head-scratching fan mail. Am I right? Why did I start to yell? I have no idea. So grab those letter openers, because this is Random Fandom.
All right, now our producers have selected some fan mail for us to read.
Oh gosh.
This is our first time reading this, hearing this out, as well as you guys at home. So here we go. Here's our first one. We are reading this, and this person wrote this from New York. What's up,
What's up, New York?
Yes. They say, hey, you guys, I love the show. And by the way, the new host, Bry'Neir and Prince TJ. Thank you. Am I doing a good job? Thank you. So they say, my friends and I have been arguing since February about something. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So they say this might be so silly, but I want to know. Do you think a fish is wet or not under the water? Who asks anything like that? I say no, but hear me out though. In order to be wet, you have to be touched by the smallest bit of air, but fish are completely submerged by water. So please help me answer this because not a lot of people agree. I want to win this argument. Love you guys. So what y'all think?
That's something you would think, TJ.
Right. That would be something. New Yorker.
You got us thinking hard.
Because I can't remember. Yes, thank you, New York. Thank you.
It be them New Yorkers. Them New Yorkers are something else.
Yeah.
But I think that fish are wet because they're underwater.
Bull.
Right?
Bull. I agree with you, New Yorker. Thank you, New Yorker, for submitting that in. I agree with you. Fish are not wet underwater, okay?
So because
water's not wet.
Right, because underwater we can actually feel our skin. And when we come out, we're wet. All soaking wet. Okay.
Water can make things wet, but water is not wet itself. It makes water's wet. No, sorry. Water is not wet, but it can make things wet.
Yeah. Okay.
You do have a point, TJ.
All right. Okay. New Yorker.
Okay. You have a point. New Yorker.
That person has a point.
I'm gonna start changing my name from Prince TJ to Big Brain TJ.
Well.
You doggone right, TJ. You do have a point. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job, New Yorker.
Finally, they agree with me.
All of my doggone heads.
Yeah.
Literally.
New York, something else.
Anyway, speaking of New York, I believe New York love us. We got another question from a New Yorker too.
I like it.
Are you going to reuse a gift bag that was given to you for someone else?
No.
Just the TJ talking.
No, I want you to. Well, I won't do it, but don't do it for me. I want you to have some creativity into it. Think about me when you shopping for a gift bag for me. Okay?
Think of TJ when you shop for a gift bag? I don't know about that.
I like color red. I like the color of red. Give me a red bag.
You look red.
See, the background of here is red because I like red. The words are red. My favorite colors is red and black. Okay?
Oh gosh.
We can tell.
Here we go. Who likes blue? That's just such a sad color.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Blue is literally a sad color.
Don't come.
Red is a bad color.
It is red.
Blue.
Red
Hold on. First of all,
I'm not going to say on the show.
First of all, have you watched Inside Out?
Okay. Yes.
Red is mad. Okay. All the doggone time.
Red is hatred.
When they say I'm sad, when they say I'm blue right now, that means they're sad.
Okay, but okay,
so
there's a lot of other meanings to blue. Okay.
Like what?
Well,
water. Sad.
Water ain't always blue.
Yeah. Well, wait, answer the question.
Wait a minute. Did you say water is not always blue?
Blue coloring. Blue coloring.
Wait, this ain't blue? This ain't blue. Water isn't always blue.
My mind today.
Wait, what happened?
My mind today.
Water isn't always blue. So I think you're right.
Would you reuse a gift bag that was given to you for somebody else?
Sure, why not? As long as it's it's still in good shape. It's still in good use. I'm perfectly fine with it.
Would you do that to somebody?
As long as it's in good shape. You're right.
Yeah.
Would you do that to somebody?
Yeah. I did it. I do it. Oh gosh, I'm putting myself out here. I do that to people. I do that around holidays. Around Christmas.
Don't do that.
I do that. I reuse my bags.
You're right. Because
and I keep them
our family
because they bring it back to me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Our family does that too. Like every Christmas, they be like, fold the bag real up nice because you're gonna use that bag next year.
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
That's just boring.
All right. So finally, we have another question from someone who watches the show on our YouTube channel. Hey. Yes. And this question is, what unusual smells do you like?
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. I like the smell of gas.
No, sir.
The gas that you put in your car, people.
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
that's
no, sir.
Gasoline.
No, TJ, no.
Why y'all don't say no? If they ask me, they ask the question. I'm keeping it real. Ain't keeping it real. All right, so okay, what's y'all's unusual smell? Why should they gonna say some cinnamon bun?
I like. It's unusual. It really is
Taking 10 years to say it.
I like the smell of coffee.
Ugh.
Oh, absolutely. See, we ain't keeping it all the way real.
No.
Coffee, really?
It smells okay.
No, it does not. It smells like.
What it smells like?
This is daytime TV. We're trying to get canceled.
I know.
It's our second week here, bro. We ain't. But what's your unusual smell, Damian?
Yeah, Damian. You got to criticize. What is yours?
Y'all criticize me.
Starch?
Yeah, I'm criticizing both of you guys because no. The smell of gas and then the smell of coffee. Oh my God.
Hey, coffee better than gas.
My unusual, oh gosh.
About to embarrass himself crazy.
My unusual smell.
Here we go.
Oh gosh. I really am going to embarrass myself. Actually, there's two. There's actually two.
Oh, hurry up and say it.
One of the things is like the smell of new stuff, like a new car, like new.
It's not unusual.
Like new groceries, a new baby smell, stuff like that. Which is that.
Wait,
that's not
how is
unusual.
groceries gonna smell?
Coming from Walmart, that smells the best.
Walmart smells like straight up.
Walmart smells like I love you.
Now my second.
I thought that was you just named like 3 of them.
Well, yeah, I sure did. Okay. No. I'm not gonna say it. So no.
Don't say it. Y'all started already.
Okay. Okay. My unusual smell is it's my hands. I smell my hands a lot.
That's very unusual. You talk about us smelling gas and coffee. What does your hands smell like?
They smell good. So,
mine smell like Jergens lotion. Okay.
I use mine smell like Bath and Body Works lotion. I rub my
Hey, they ain't paying us. Never mind. Let's not say that. They ain't paying us.
And then my expensive hand sanitizer.
That was so great. Be sure to tune in next time for another round of Random Fandom. Submit your questions on our social medias. All right, we have to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back with more of The Educators after this.
Love watching The Educators? You can be a part of the conversation too. The Educators is active on social media. Like us on Facebook and be a part of the conversation by telling us what you think. Follow us on Instagram for behind the scenes content of our show. And follow us on Twitter to stay up to date with what's happening on our show and the world. You keep the conversation going, so get social with your friends now. Like, comment, and connect with us on The Educators.
Closed captioning and other consideration for the educators provided by Welcome back, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness, that was a wonderful show. And I know it's really wonderful because we spent an hour on today with you. So I know it's really wonderful.
We want to thank all of y'all so much for watching this show today. Remember, you guys, hey fam, we couldn't do this without your support, without your help watching us every single Wednesday and Thursday. And we want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of our heart. I mean, like from the bottom of our heart, like from the top to the bottom of our hearts. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys right back here tomorrow on what, gentlemen?
Educator.